Hey guys, and welcome to a quick start guide for Star Citizen Alpha 2.4, detailing some of the important changes, additions, and controls that you will need to jump straight into the verse. For some, you're going to want to discover all of the changes yourself. Possibly not the controls though. So I'll go through the important controls changes to make your life easier, and then you can continue to watch this video if you want afterwards, if you want to see about shopping and some of the new things and how to do them in the port modification system and all that jazz. So there have been a good few control changes. I've also listed all the controls as well that I'm about to mention and all the other features that I'm about to mention in an article, if that's your thing, if you want to have something to look at. Something visual, something written, something textual, and then check that out. F1 is the mobiGlas now. F to interact with lots of things now. Hold it for a bit longer than you think a lot of the time. F does a lot of things. It also now confirms quantum travel destination. So you press B when you're in a ship to see the different quantum travel destinations, and then you'd press and hold F briefly to go to that destination rather than press middle mouse like it was previously. Also, it confirms landing or requests permission for landing. So you press N to go into landing mode, and then you can press N and right alt, and that will go into auto landing mode if you want, and F will request that landing. Left alt and F exits a seat. This drove me mad when I couldn't work it out earlier. Press and hold left alt and F for a couple of seconds and you'll get out. So that's pilot seats, stations and gunner seats. F4 now changes camera mode, so you can go into third person or behind your ship or whatever. F11's contacts, F12's chat. So some of the important changes to ship movement, which will drive you mental if you use a keyboard. Strafe Up is now space and not Spacebreak anymore. So, strafe up space. Strafe down is left control. Press G to cycle your countermeasures. Hold G to launch your countermeasures. X is now Spacebreak. C is toggle coupled to coupled mode. Ship targeting stuff. If you want to go into relative mode or toggle into interactive mode, you press comma and right alt. So that's basically gimbal lock, that's what I use it for. M and right alt will turn off on look ahead mode. It starts on as default. R and left alt is target focus, so that's where you your head tries to follow a target when you're in a ship. T will target the closest hostile. T and left alt will turn on the lights of your ship. Y will cycle hostiles. U will cycle friendlies. I will cycle all targets. V will change your speed mode, so precision, space combat maneuvering, and cruise. V and left alt will toggle your safeties, so G, safe, and ComStab. M will still match velocity with the target, that hasn't changed. If you want to bring up that 2D cursor to interact with things like the chat menu, then that is right alt, and I think it's backslash. It's the one next to right alt. I think it's backslash rather than forward slash. It might be forward slash. I get those confused. I'll just quickly go through a couple of the controls on foot as well that might have changed or that are important. T is flashlight, although the flashlight's very weak at the moment. Pressing V will toggle you from walking to running and vice versa. It's not the same as running with shift. Running with shift is faster. Holding V will holster your weapon. Right alt and backspace, holding them for a second, will force you to respawn and kill you basically. Pressing control will make you crouch, and holding control briefly will make you go prone. When you're prone, you can do various other maneuvers by pressing Q and E, like rolling onto your back and stuff like that too. Let's talk about the port modification tool and hangars and how you customize your ships and put ships into your hangar and that sort of stuff. If you go into your hangar, you can use the new port mod system to edit what ships you display in your hangar. The holo table is no more. Now, to make changes to your ship's loadout, you spawn it in. So you go over to one of the little reticles on the floor. You'll see little dots if you run around. Go over one of them, one of these indicated reticles. It will change color to green when you've got it highlighted, then left mouse button to interact with it. Those different positions and ports that are around the hangar on the floor control different things. So some of them will allow larger ships to be spawned. You might have to run up and down to find exactly where you want to spawn a ship in, or what ships are available at that particular reticle or port. Also, you can use this to customize your hangar with flare and that sort of jazz as well. Also, you can go to the grey cat bays, and if you have a grey cat, you can place a grey cat there. You can design your hangar layout the way you want it now, well, within an extent. Also, if you want to change your hangar, if you want to change to a different hangar, just press escape, and then click on the hangar you want there. You've got the drop-down menu of all the hangars you'll have available. Also, a quick note, just again to reiterate, if you want to leave a chair, hold left alt and F. That will get you out of a seat, and F will get you into one. If you spawn a ship in Port Olisar as well, you can go up to your ship and use that port mod system again. Just go up to the item or system that you want to change, left click, and then you can change it to whatever you have available. All of these changes persist. This patch is all about persistence. So your loadouts on your ships will persist, your changes to your hangar will also persist. It's awesome! So let's talk a little bit about Port Olisar and shopping, because shopping is a big part of this patch. I'm in my civilian clothes here when you spawn in on Port Olisar, and you can tell because you can't see a helmet on, but you will need to change this. So you can go to my locker here and press F to change my loadout from my spacesuit or armor to my civilian clothing and vice versa. Now, this is important as I'm going to be going out an airlock, and going out an airlock without a suitable suit will cause you to die. There are shops basically as well now in Port Olisar and Area 18 where you can spend Alpha UEC. So Alpha UEC is a currency for the Alpha Persistent Universe test that we can earn and spend during the Alpha, but it will be wiped from time to time, so just be aware of that. It's for testing the economy and testing balance and stuff like that. You don't really own it. It's a magical monies, and it will be wiped, so just be aware of that. To buy an item that you want, go into one of the shops like ComStab Outlet or Garrity Defense, and then walk up to the item you want. You can then see that it says either try on, inspect, or whatever, and buy. You can change this option by mouse wheeling, and then press F to confirm your choice, whether that be inspecting it, or putting it on, or buying it. You then get a little menu up saying, do you want to equip it now, and all that sort of jazz. Just, yeah, bam! I'm dressed all in pink. I love the pink clothes. Inspecting is always worth it. You never know if you're going to love it or hate it, basically. And purchasing an item will deduct its value from your Alpha UEC. Anything you buy is persistent. That's yours and on your account. So you can earn Alpha UEC by doing various missions around Crusader or scavenging and recovering items from the yellow asteroid field. So this is the best way I found at the moment to do to get some Alpha UEC. Just float around looking for the green beacons in yellow. You find a green beacon, that will take you to a salvageable wreck. There'll be crates there. In those crates can be weapons. When you die with the weapons in those crates, they do not persist. The only way you can have a persistent weapon for first-person shooterness is by purchasing one, apparently. Those ones just disappear, the ones that are in those boxes, but you can also find cigars and alcohol and that sort of stuff. Picking that up will instantly give you an Alpha UEC reward, which is persistent on your account. Just be aware now that you're going to be paying for respawning, repairing your ship, your ammo is persistent if you're using ballistic or missiles and that sort of stuff. If you want to go and refuel your ammo and armor and all that sort of jazz, you need to go to one of the Cryastro service. You can then, when you've landed, use your mobiGlas by pressing F1 and then interact with the station that way to request services. Other ways to earn Alpha UEC are to turn on comm arrays. Pretty much any of the missions will also award you Alpha UEC, so whether that's Covalex or the ICC ones, all of that sort of stuff are going to give you some form of reward, which is, for some of them, scalable based on what you do. So your reputation is now important too. You can be an outlaw, a defender, or basically a neutral, innocent citizen. So outlaw, obviously you've done something wrong, you've killed someone in cold blood, you've turned off a comm array, that sort of thing. Defender, you've killed lots of nasty, piratey players. And neutral is a normal citizen that's innocent. You haven't done anything yet, you haven't done anything wrong. So doing any form of criminal action will break you down into an outlaw. It just goes, nope, and then you will need to hack down at Korea or wait a long time. If you get to level 5 as a criminal, a bounty gets put on your head. You can also earn UEC as a crim or criminal by killing people that come for you, or just killing people in general, basically, after you get to max level as criminal. You get a higher bounty put on your head, but you also earn Alpha UEC for killing people. And players can earn a bounty by killing you in the same way. There's a mission that goes out globally to everyone. There's a few more additions as well. There's some new weapons. Obviously, we've got the flight-ready Gemini and Starfarer. We've got a hangar-ready Reliant. So that's quite exciting. There's a security office in Korea now, which shows you what airlocks are cycling, so you could technically defend Korea much better, or assault it, I suppose, if you could get someone in there to start with, and then you can work out where people are attacking from, all that sort of jazz. You can also use Korea to hack down your outlaw rating, which some people will want to do. And that's it really for a quick start guide anyway. I'll obviously do more videos on more specifics and how to do the missions, more about Korea, more about the Outlaw and Defender system, but that should give you enough to be able to give you a running start into 2.4. There are big changes. I really recommend, guys, that if you get the opportunity to try out flying the Starfarer or the Starfarer Gemini, that is pretty exciting. And that new shotgun weapon for spaceships is just superb. It's at least quite fun. It's a size 3 weapon. You can put it on the Shan Scout, and makes it actually a viable combat ship, putting 2 of those on it, because that shotgun is so powerful if you can get close with it. Anyway, guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you download 2.4 if you have access to it at the moment. The PTU will come in waves. I think it's first 6,000 people at the moment. It's gone out of the Evocati tests, obviously, and the more people they add, I'm sure they do it hopefully by the weekend, or at least early next week, we'll get more and more people, and then we'll get a live build. So stay tuned for that. If you're not part of the PTU test, when you do get access to the game, submit bug reports, get involved with the game, log on when you can, do stress tests, that sort of stuff. The more you're active, the more you're involved with the Star Citizen's development on the PTU, and submitting bug reports on live and PTU, the more likely you are to get chosen in early stages of that PTU test. This is supposed to be a quick start video, and I've been rambling, so I apologise, and I will see you guys in the verse.